uh, just to recap, we were talking about the uh, how to represent the null set and universe set in a symbolic language. So we were talking about a middle circle of the washer that separates the null set and the universe set. This middle circle of the washer is represented by a symbol of half circle, which is moon. Everything is on the other side because this middle circle neither agrees with the null set or the universe set. So everything is on the other side as far as this middle circle is concerned. In occult language, this middle circle is called Saturn or karma. See, why the karma we are using means it's nothing to, it's an idea to represent that it is doing the work of separating the universe set and the null set. See, the middle circle is working to separate the universe set and the null set. So that is why it is called karma. Or so in a way, the Saturn or the middle circle is also called a judge because it has null set and universe set on either side of a beam balance scale. How? See, you try to project the inner circle line a bit more. Similarly, try to project the outer circle universe set line a bit more. Now try to draw this as a beam balance scale. Okay, so in this one way you keep a part upright, in another way you try to keep a part upside down. So since the content, nothing is inside, the contents have been dropped. It's like a part that is kept upside down. Let's assume this is a part with something inside. You try to keep it upside down means it takes this shape. Now if you keep upright, then this is represented as this way, and you can see that the middle line is actually separating this upright part and an upside down part states. So this acts as a judge or the middle of the beam balance. You can see in the middle of the beam balance, it's trying to separate two states which can't exist mutually at the same time. Either the part has to be upside or upside down. So this acts as a judge. So now you have two more symbols here. So the part. So when the part is kept upright, then it means it's a universe set. How? Because everything is inside. See, if your part is upright, you can put the contents inside so that it doesn't fall outside, right? So you can keep the contents inside. So this is called the Ketu in occult language, or the beginning. Or since you can put the contents inside, it also represents gathering. And it's the descending node of the moon. When I say descending node, it's like, suppose you have two paths, two circles, and they cut each other at 2 points, right? So the point after which things go down, that point is called the descending node, and the point after which things go up is called the ascending node. So you can look into more videos on astronomy to understand these ideas, but our scope is to explain things in a much more basic and fundamental way so that this can be used for other ideas. So the next thing is part is upside down. So when you put the part upside down, all the contents inside will fall out, right? So what will be inside? Nothing. So nothing is inside is basically in line with the null set idea. Similarly, so everything will go out. This is called Ragu or ending. Why it's ending means, when let's assume a soul is inside a body, so that's the beginning. So at the end, the soul, when you put the part upside down, it's the ending. The soul leaves the body. So it's more on that line. Okay. Or when you put the part upside down, there is scattering, right? All the contents get scattered out of the part. Or this is the ascending node. Wherein things appear to be above, or everything becomes more visible. When you throw the contents outside, everything becomes visible, right? That's the idea. Now you can link the four things. You have a system, you have a boundary, you have a surrounding, you have a part. See, so part, when it is upright, it means nothing is outside. See, nothing is outside the universe set. So it is represented by nothing is on the other side. Since it's universe set, the boundary is represented by a half moon. And the surrounding is represented by Mercury, which means everything is above the null set. Okay. Now similarly, the four ideas, system, boundary, surrounding and the part, are connected for the null set also. See, when the part is upside down, Rahu, system, what is inside the system? Nothing is inside, so nothing is on this side. What is the part state? It's a null set, so nothing. The circle with the dot, that's the sun. Similarly, surrounding, everything is on this side. See, everything is on this side. You can see the contents. It's a solid washer, right? So system, surrounding, boundary and the part state of the null set. System, surrounding, boundary and the part state of the universe set are actually separated by the Saturn or the karma. So you have 9 different perspectives. You can how 9? 1 is the Saturn. If you eliminate 9 minus 1 is 8. So you have remaining 8. 8 is separated into 4 pairs of opposites. The 4 pairs are 2 systems, 2 boundaries, 2 surroundings and 2 part states plus 1 Saturn. So you have totally 9 different perspectives. Now comes the why we are taking pain to draw this washer and do all these things. The whole problem boils down to one simple fact. The problem of the human mind is that it can exist only in one of these 9 possible perspectives. It's like this one. When you see inside the part, you can't focus on what is outside. When you are focusing outside the part, you can't see what is inside. Similarly, when you are focusing on the boundary, you can neither focus on the inside or the system or the outside the surrounding. So if you are only thinking about the part, you don't think about the system, surrounding or the boundary. Okay, you are focusing on the part. So the 9 perspectives actually act as a limitation for the mind because it can focus on only one area of the 9. So they become the 9 views or the 9 perspectives. So we get 2 unbreakable triangles. You can see 2 triangles here. One is the triangle of the null set, wherein the boundary, system and the surrounding. Boundary of the null set Sun, system of the null set Venus, surrounding of the null set Jupiter. They form a triangle wherein you can't make the 3 meet each other at any point because the system has to be inside and surrounding has to be outside and boundary has to be in between them. Similarly, you have a triangle of the universe set wherein the system Mars, the boundary Moon and the surrounding Mercury, they form a triangle where they can't meet each other. They are 2 unbreakable triangles. Now we have to project these facts and to create and the naturally observed facts are used to arrange these 9 perspectives. So now you have these perspectives. How do you logically arrange these perspectives that is in line with the observed facts of the nature? Now you have system. Say you have a line of system. You have surrounding. See, the system and the surrounding lines have to be on either side of the boundary. So always the boundary line, see, you can see the sun and the moon, these all represent the boundary ideas that must lie in between the system idea and the surrounding idea. This is one limitation. The second limitation, the system line, which is the Mars, Venus, this is the system line, and the surrounding line, Jupiter, Mercury, this is the surrounding line, must lie on the either side of part states, which means, see, you if there is a part, the system must be inside the part and surrounding must be outside. However be it, okay, whether you keep the part upside or upright or upside down, irrespective of the states, system and surrounding must lie on the either side of the part. Next, any system cannot exist without a boundary. You call it a system because it is inside some boundary. So the system line must come closer to the boundary line. So that means that the order of the part goes closer to the surrounding and then the boundary line, the sun and the moon, comes closest to the system line. This is the next idea. Now you have to anyway maintain the triangle nature of the null set and the universe set. This is the null set, Sun, Venus, Jupiter. This is the null set. This is, see, Venus is the system of the null set, Sun is the boundary and Jupiter is the surrounding. Similarly, you have to maintain the triangle nature of the universe set, wherein Mars is the system, Moon is the boundary and Mercury is the surrounding. So you have to maintain the triangle nature. Now if you, because boundary has to lie on between the system and surrounding, you have to tilt the line of the this triangular tilt this way, which makes Jupiter to go on the this side of the middle line, and similarly since the boundary has to lie on the right side of this system line, it moves Mercury on the other side of above the Saturn. So the you come to a logical triangular tension between the null set and universe set, provided you make this same line of Mars, the part states like the Rahu Ketu, what you call the part states, upside down or upright. The part states you project this line straight. Similarly, Saturn line you project it straight. Now you end up in what is called the shape of the pranava. Now you might ask, how does these Venus and Moon come this way? It's quite obvious. The beginning, seed and the mother, they are all closer to each other, whereas the ending, energy of the destruction and the sun or the nothingness, they are close to each other. So it's a very natural organization of the perspectives, and the Pranava symbol works this way. Generally they place it this way, upside down, but to be in line with the washer, we have represented this way, wherein in the beginning, this is the beginning line, you have a seed. You have to either begin with a seed idea, or we all start from a mother. So the beginning line, and you go close to the middle line. In between, what is called, you have a surrounding, right, basically. So it's all world of perspective. So life and business or the intelligence is in between, and in the ending you end up in nothing. So here you get the Pranava symbol. Now, why should we actually be interested in this Pranava symbol? See, you can see there is a connection between, or a separation between, moon and the seed. This is one cross. You just project it this way, moon and the Venus, the line. Similarly, you have a vertical separation between the surrounding of the universe, Jupiter, Moon, Jupiter and Mercury. You project it vertically straight. Similarly, you have a separation between Sun and Mars. You again project the same way, the same direction. So now you end up in a hexagon, or the particular order in which the 6 extremes occur. You have a system, you have a boundary, you have a surrounding, you have a system line, but you have to go like this way. If you start from nothing, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Or if you start from the universe at boundary, Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. It's quite logical, wherein if you are spinning it either way, if you start from nothingness and go to everythingness, it's like middle of from January to June, wherein things start growing, right? The growth state, seasonal, which means the system also, the boundary is moving from null set to universe set, right? Similarly, surrounding is moving from null set to universe set. System is also moving. Everything has to go on the same way. Okay. The other way also, like it should go in the other way. In autumn and all these things start to come down. Moon to Sun, Mercury to Jupiter, Venus to Mars. But still, the order of this hexagon has to be maintained.